Hi there, I'm full screen Ben. How are we all doing? I'm full screen. I'm here. That's weird for you, I'm sure. But anyway, I'm trying a new type of video. I'm having less time at the moment to get videos done. It really is quite a struggle at the moment. So guides are kind of on hold. You may or may already not know this, but if you're on my Discord or not, I've already mentioned it on there. So I'm basically full-time teacher and carer of my son at the moment because of the pandemic, and my wife has had her shift changed at work, so I'm having to find different ways to do videos. So at the moment I think I'm only going to be able to get one video up a week because I've only really got weekends to do stuff. So guides are kind of postponed for a while until my son goes back to school, so hopefully 1, maybe 2 months at the most. But this is a new series I wanted to try, and hopefully it'll stick and we'll carry it on. So it's going to be split into two things. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be showing you what I've picked up during the month, games I've played, new games really that I've played, anything that I recommend, anything I can't make a video for on its own really. And then the second part is going to be something I'm calling the Cobbled Street to 85%. Yeah, let's go with that. So yeah, I'm North England, there's cobbled streets everywhere, and yeah, everybody uses road to whatever, so I'm using Cobbled Street to 85%. Basically, my completion percentage on PSN profile, or just in general, has always been at 78 point something for a long time, many years, and I want to get it to 85%. Obviously, there's two ways to do this. There's do new games to 100% and just ignore the old ones, or the quicker way is go back and do older ones, which is what I'm doing. So I'll go more into that in the second half of this video. It's going to split into two. Of course, timestamps, there'll be the little funny line in the middle of the video here somewhere where where I've put the timestamp. So let's take a look at what I've got this month. A couple of you have sent me stuff as well, which is amazing. I finally managed to get it off my friend. He just sort of put it on the wall outside of his house that I was conveniently going past at the time. So I finally got those, so thank you. I'm just going to dip into December quickly. So I'm going to do one of these every month. So this is January's wrap up, whatever I've called it. I haven't really made my mind up on that yet because I want to say something different to what most people say or call these sort of videos. So first of all, in December I played The Pathless, thanks to Dio. I don't know whether I put the flashing image in then. I might have done, I might not have done. He sent me the money to buy this, and this is what I bought. He sent me a nice donation, quite a few actually. And this is one of the things I'd said I'd buy because he played it, he recommended it, and it's amazing. So if you have, let's say the PS3 has Journey, even though it was on PS4 as well. Let's say PS4 has Gris, which you're going to see later on because that's something I played this month as well. Then the PS5 has The Pathless. It's just one of those games you have to play and experience for yourself. It's beautiful. It's something you need to play and experience. The music, the atmosphere, the fact that you can't die. There's no worry of death in it. There's just experience this deeper story and meaning to the game. It's games that's art, isn't it? That's what I'm getting at really, is that people who say that games aren't art need to play these games. So the PS3 had Journey, Gris on PS4, and then The Pathless on PS5. It's made by the same guys who made the cat food and what did they do? The Star Wars. Was it the Rebels? I'm sure I put the picture up. The Rebels uniform. No, it's Anna Peruna. Always reminds me of the cat food company. Giant Squid. Definitely, if you don't have a PS5 yet, obviously you can't play this yet. But when you do, when you get PS5, this will probably be discounted at that point. Pick this up, play this game. It's amazing. Right, secondly, I have two things from Yosemite Sam 74. Thank you so much. I've managed to finally pick them up. These are Chinese Rayman Legends. When I actually looked up, so I've got one for the PS4 and one for the Vita, obviously. It's not farther away. So thank you so much for sending those over. I will be playing those because you have told me that there isn't actually that horrible multiplayer aspect or the online aspect to it, so it's actually a lot easier because if you don't know, Rayman Legends is quite a difficult platinum, or lengthy should I say. It's quite the grind, weekly challenges and things like that. I believe the Chinese one doesn't have that, so I'm going to get onto those hopefully soon. And another one I really can't wait to play again is Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. Thank you so much to Eric Avery. Couldn't remember your name. Sorry, I've written everything down here. Yeah, thank you so much. I finally managed to pick that up as well. This is the US version. I've already played it. I've already got the platinum. I've got the set behind me here. Yeah, so I can play it again. The US version has a different trophy list, and I want to do it on the PS5 with headphones again and experience again, and I now can. So thank you, Eric. Finally got hold of that. So next up, I just got the Assassin's Creed Ezio collection because it was like £10 brand new. Hear the rustling there. So yeah, had to pick that up. I'm going to get to it eventually, I'm sure. With this new thing I'm doing, this whole new trying to get the percentage up, it is going to be something I'll be able to do more often. Is go for an older game, then play a new one. I'm going to explain all that in the second half anyway. Little Nightmares, if you're watching this in the future, I will have already streamed, but this Thursday stream, if you're watching this when it comes out on the Tuesday, is going to be Little Nightmares, finally. That's why that's there. That's one of the games I picked up this month. A Way Out, Eric Avery. Yeah, we're going to do this together. So, yes, I will be in touch if I've not spoken to you already. Finally arrived. We're going to do that. Finally, I got hold of that. I'm going to do it. Another one I saw, I think it was Lord Wiki on my Discord. Crimes and Punishment. He said it was really good, so I bought it. I'm going to try my first Sherlock Holmes game, get that done. And weirdly, I bought this from a UK store, CEX here in the UK. I think it's the German version, which is weird. They don't usually sell the foreign versions to you, but never mind. They're obviously struggling as well at the moment. Hitman 3. Obviously, I'm still playing this. I'm not going to be doing guides for this. I'm too far behind. So many other people are doing guides because there's nothing else out. It's just going to drown. I'm playing the PS5 version. It comes with all three versions. This one. Yeah, I'm going to do a video on Hitman 3. I think that's going to be next week's video. Is going to be Hitman 3. So I'll explain about that on there. But differing opinions probably to most. We'll see. Then we've got some that are going to tie into the next part of this video, which is going to be my getting my 100% up. So obviously DLC on PS3 is now at full price forever and ever. The PS3 store and PS Vita store are unsupported, so everything that is on there will stay at full price forever. So DLC, if you want to get it for older games, you're going to have to either pay full price or go and get the collections that they did. So we've got Saints Row 3 for the full package here. I'm going to finally get that DLC done. Yeah, these are just, I'm going to breeze over these. You Don't Know Jack is an American game. T14. I picked this up, I played this a long while ago. I got the platinum on this ages ago. I picked this up recently, this month obviously, with the hope of doing the DLC finally. I went on the US PSN, the store, whatever you want to say. It's not there anymore. The DLC's been delisted. But I'll go into that on the next section I'm talking about anyway. Yeah, so I've got that. I've got it now. I didn't have it anyway, so it goes in the collection. It's fine. But yeah, annoyingly, DLC is starting to disappear as well. It probably disappeared a long time ago, to be honest. I just haven't noticed. Next, we have The Force Unleashed. Amazing. Force Unleashed is amazing. Ultimate Sith Edition. Yeah, sorry about the camera as well. It's probably... I'm going to change my setup in here because I've had to zoom in. Because here, there's a glass cabinet right here which reflects the screen that is in front of me. So it'll just look horrible. So if it's looking a bit fuzzy, a bit soft on the edges, the picture, it's because I'm having to zoom in. But I'm going to rearrange this. It's a little room. Like there's a wall there. It's literally right there. The wall behind me. It's quite a small room, so I can't. Width-wise, it's going to look horrible. But I'm going to move things around, so that's why it looks a bit soft. The picture, anyway. Yeah. So Force Unleashed there. And then finally, someone sent me money on who was it donated on the on one of the streams. You know I've already got it, but I got it this month. Hannah Montana. It lives here forever now. That's where it's going to stay. Can you see that properly? There we go. It's there. I'm never going to play it. Never ever going to play it. And then the final thing I picked up this month actually, is actually quite interesting. Something a bit different. It's DLC, but it's... can't really zoom because it's not going to do the I've got fixed focus on. It's the DLC for Lego Dimensions. So obviously you need to buy the sets, but you don't need the sets for the Lego Dimension. You just need this little thing, the little stand the character goes on. You don't even need the character, obviously. So there's a site called Bricklink, if you don't know, where you can buy Lego parts. These are on here. Some of them, like Sonic, aren't particularly very cheap, and they're running out. but like I think this is Newt from the new Harry Potter film. I never watched them. I'm not particularly interested in the new ones. But this is like 60p. This is the DLC, 60p. And obviously, if you want to, you can resell it once you're finished. So I'm getting those at the moment. That I've got a few on order, but they're coming from around the world, which is what Bricklink is. So yeah, I've got a few of those, and that's it. Pickup wise. So that's sort of this. I'll just put a flash on the screen here. I don't know where I'm going to put it, but I'll just say thank you to Libor and his friend Zlati Krumov, I believe his name is. I've probably wrecked it, for doing this amazing art. Yeah, it made me like. It looks exactly like me. It's got the horrible crow's feet here. It's got it perfectly. So thank you so much for that. It's on my Twitter now. It's my profile picture on there. Not sure exactly where else I'll use it, but yeah, I'll find use for it. So thank you so much for doing that. And two other games I will just mention that I've not got on screen here, not got with me, is Miles Morales. I've finally done the platinum for that. I prefer the original Spider-Man. I prefer Miles Morales as a character. I prefer the original Spider-Man game. It's obviously was supposed to be DLC. It's very short, which is it's okay, I suppose. But then you're forced to replay it for a trophy for the platinum, which is kind of pointless because nothing changes. There's stuff in New Game Plus which is just doesn't need to be. Nothing changes, so there's no point. You get a couple of extra abilities that why don't they just give you from the start? The thing with Miles Morales as a game, I find he's too overpowered early on. I don't know what it is. It's the electric powers obviously he gets very early on, and I just feel he's too overpowered. I prefer the original Spider-Man and like Arkham when he's just sort of low, when he's low powered and he's just punching, and it feels, I don't know, it feels more, I don't know what's the word, not visceral, but it feels more realistic. I don't know, but he's throwing his electric power. I mean, it's great, it looks great, and it is fun in the end. But I do prefer the original sort of kind of one-on-one, not superhero, but where he's just as a normal guy with a spider suit on that can climb walls, basically, isn't he? And yeah, it just, I don't know, it felt better. It's still worth getting, but I wouldn't say at full price, obviously. But everyone's played Miles Morales at this point. Then it was supposed to be finally this month. I was going to say Gris, which is an amazing game. I have now played. Finally, I have played. You need to go and buy that game. It was on offer in December. It's not on offer anymore. But when it does, I mean, full price for that game is amazing. It's something you just need to experience. Like I said, the emotion in it. It's the emotion. Like Journey was about depression, wasn't it? Descending and then rising. I'm not going to say what Gris is about because you may or may not have played it at this point, but it has one of those sort of elements to it. There's a deeper meaning there, and you need to experience it. You need to go and play Gris for sure. Now there wasn't or isn't an official, I suppose, I don't know whether to count these as official or not, but Gris doesn't have an official release. It was a PlayStation only. But good old limited run, they did do a release. I've not got Gris, it's really expensive now. I've never really bought into limited run. I've always seen them and admired them, sort of what they do. It's really cool how they put these discless games on disc. But I never really thought the quality. And to be honest, if I start collecting those, it's going to get really expensive. And unfortunately, I now have one. And they're really good. No joke. This Pixel Junk Monsters 2. I had to get this because my son wanted to play it. And I wasn't going to pay £12 for the digital version again. So I looked up if they did it, and they did. And I got this for a decent price, actually. But the quality is absolutely amazing. This is, I didn't even think, I mean, look at the disc. I mean, there. It just looks like a normal PlayStation 4 game. It's, yeah, then you get the instruction, there's a little booklet in here and everything. They're amazing. Limited run are really, really, really good. Unfortunately, because now when I see them, when they release the games I want, I'm going to be buying them. Unfortunately. That's kind of it for this first part. I'm going to go into the next part of the video. I may eventually split these two sort of parts into separate videos. We'll see how you respond. You can let me know in the comments what you think. I could do like a pickup. I'm not always going to have so many pickups in a month, but Maybe do that separate in this. What I'm going to do, so I'm going to do the Cobbled Street. Is that what I ended up calling it? The Cobbled Street to 85%. So I'm going to switch over to PlayStation PSN profiles. I'm going to do it from there, so I can actually have the numbers in front of me and everything. And yeah, see you in a moment. So here we go. Here's my PlayStation trophy list on PSN profiles. Good old PSN profiles. So you can see my percentage is 78.78%, and it's been on 78 point something for years. I've been looking at a lot of trophy lists, as you know, in the streams I do every Sunday, and seeing these percentages are high on some people's lists, and I've always wanted to get there and do it, and I'm finally doing it. I'm going to make a video series out of it, which will force me to go and do it. So like I said, there's two ways to do this. I can play new games up to 100%, or I can play older games that I've neglected, get them up to 100% and do their DLC and things like that. And that's what I'm doing. I want this number to get closer to this number, and reduce this number by a lot, hopefully. World and country rank, I really don't care about anymore. Personally, there's nothing I can do to I mean, I'm green at the moment, which is actually a surprise. There isn't much I can do. I know people just do these easy platinums, and that's fine. I can't really race against that anymore. So this is me for now. I'm gonna go on completion. I want 85% by the end of the year. That's like I said, it's a cobbled street. It's going to be a bumpy path, because I might do, like here you see Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Nearly done, just got one more DLC. But for every Assassin's Creed I finish, I have to add something like Hitman 3. And that decimates percentage quite easily, because it has day one DLC. You can see 84 trophies. That's day one. As soon as you install that game, you have a lot of trophies added to your list, and it just wrecks it. So that's why I'm kind of calling it a bumpy cobbled road, whatever you want to call it. It's not smooth. 85% by the end of the year. If I get that, I'm going to continue going and just keep going as high as I can get it. So what the idea I'm going to do is I'm going to be playing an old game, finishing off, like say, an Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and then playing something new. I didn't record, so this is going to be the first time I actually record this sort of percentage. It's 78.78. That's where we're going to start. I had this sort of idea for this kind of mid-January, so I haven't really started it off. So this is going to be the jump-off point. Yeah, so 85% by the end of the year. Doable? I reckon so. Yeah, hopefully, and I'll just keep going. So I've recently just got 20,000 trophies as well in total. My 20,000th was from Hitman 3 Family Feud. Yeah, it's fine. I'm not after any percentages really. So where are we going to start here? Let's say, where we start? There's Pathless, there's Assassin's Creed, which just takes forever. Donut County was something I did. So here's sort of the first one in January, which is Marvel's Spider-Man, Miles Morales. I knew I could do that with something new. So that's where I went with that. I knew it was quick and easy to do, so 100% on that. There's Gris. Took me a day and an hour, which is quite a long time, really. I obviously broke it up. But yeah, definitely play that. And then we did Shadow of the Tomb Raider. So you're going to see some old games here. Not this one necessarily, but in a moment. So Shadow of the Tomb Raider here. That DLC was okay. It was just the DLC I needed to finish on that. And the DLC was... Let's jump into this quickly. So we've got the DLC on... Oh, come on, scroll to the bottom. There we go. So they're all very similar. There's just sort of challenge tombs, and you need to time attack them, finish them, time attack them, and that's pretty much it. But they're all the same. That's what you have to do. So it's actually very straightforward and not bad. Far Cry 4, I finally did the DLC for that, the Yeti DLC, which was okay, I suppose. It was kind of cool seeing the Yeti for the first time. But yeah, it was kind of nah. you go exploring during the day, do a side mission, then you do sort of a horde mode at night, and that's how it cycles until you finish. Very straightforward, not particularly that interesting. Life is Strange, I finally finished 2 years, 3 months later. I got the physical copy of that. I did buy that in December, that's why I've not put it here. But Life is Strange 2, it should have been, I did actually get the physical copy. It's on there somewhere. I probably should have showed it, but never mind. You know what it is. It was okay. It was okay. Not as good as the first one. They're just so angsty, aren't they? Just I don't remember being... Maybe I was like that as a teenager or growing up, but there's just so much angst and anger towards people who don't really deserve it. I don't know. It's okay. Yeah, maybe I'm just too old at this point to play them. And then we've got Pixel Junk Monsters here. Let's just move that. There we go. So it's kind of hidden. Pixel Junk Monsters, the first one. I did 9 years and 9 months later. I finally did the DLC for that. PS3, you can see. So I had to pay full price for that DLC. It was like £2.50. It's fine. Finally got that 100% on that, which I'm kind of disappointed I didn't wait 3 months and get 10 years on it, but whatever. It's done now. I love Pixel Junk Monsters. I just find them so relaxing and fun. Any tower defense, really. And then we have Anthem. So my son wanted to start playing Anthem. He remembered that I played it. So he wanted to try it out. And he wanted to see what my suit was. So I loaded it up on his downstairs. And he messed around with it for a minute just to try my suit out. And I got a trophy that I was on the cusp of getting when I left it off last time. So that's why that's up here. I'm not playing Anthem. He just wanted to try it out. I will say though, it still handles great. The gameplay in Anthem is really, really good. The flying, the combat, it's great. There's just nothing to do. So hopefully they do fix that game. Then we got Force Unleashed, 100%. Now this one is 11 years, 2 months later. It's quite sad to take it away from the bottom of the list, where it's nice and complete down there. But it's up here now, and the DLC for that is... it was quite tough. One of the boss fights for it was pretty tough. Let's just open that up. There are a couple of DLC packs for this one. I think there's 3, wasn't there? So you got the Apprentice, Tatooine, and Hoth. I had to pay full price for these, unfortunately, because that's what you have to do now. This one, so you had to defeat it on Sith Master. You could use a little glitch to get you to the boss fight, but you still need to do the boss fight on Sith Master difficulty, and it was pretty tough. It was tough. It's old feeling now. I remember this game looking amazing. Really crisp textures. I mean, I played it in 2009 originally and it looked amazing, but going back to it now, I didn't think the textures had loaded in properly. They're just not there, so that's what it is. It definitely feels older now, and the controls layout is completely wrong to how we play games now. It's not wrong, but it's different, should I say. And then we had a couple of easy Hoth and Tatooine. You can do these in an hour, 2 hours each, and then this one is roughly the same. It's not long, doesn't take long to do them at all. So yeah, I'm glad that's finally done. And then at the top here, we have Hitman 3, which I'm currently still playing. It's the DLC and things. I'm going to go into that in my video next week, so we'll go into Hitman 3, but you know it. And then the one I'm nearly finishing up, so it's going to be time to play something new soon after this. I've just got the one DLC pack left on Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I loved Assassin's Creed Odyssey, the main game. I really, really did. I really enjoyed it. Alexios for the win. None of this Cassandra nonsense. That's going to annoy some people, but I don't care. Yeah, it was great. It was funny. It was just good. And obviously I did a load of videos for that one. But then the DLC I skipped, and I never did until now. This DLC especially was kind of just boring. This additional feats, it was just extra side missions, and they were just nothing to do, really. Legacy the first play, the end of this was really good. I don't want to spoil in case you've not played it. And then I'm doing Fate of the Atlantis. I've just got episode 3. I've just gone into episode 3 now. Yeah, it's cool. It's in sort of the mythical world, so you're seeing all Achilles and things like that, Ares and what have you. So yeah, it's that word there. I'm not even going to try and say that. You probably can't see it on the screen, to be honest, so it's okay. Yeah, it's not too bad, but yeah, one of these early ones was quite the slog, and these are long DLCs. These are sort of 5 to 8 hours each, so yeah, it's a long old slog. Yeah, where are we? There we go. Yeah, so that's it really. So I'm going to report in like this every month with my percentage, what I picked up. It's just something a little different. It's nice and easy for me to do these videos. So yeah, the way things are going at the moment, I really don't have time. I've only got weekends, so there's going to be one of these videos every month. The first sort of Tuesday of the next month, so this is going to be February 2nd. This should come out, and then there's going to be Should You Platinums every week in between. So 3 Should You Platinums roughly, depending on how the month lays out. And then one of these at the beginning of the month. And that's kind of where I'm going to have to leave it for how guides. I can't really put the time into them. I really don't have the time with my son at the moment. So just for now, a couple of months, 2-3 months hopefully, but I'll continue doing these if you like them anyway. But that's where we're at. I'm just having to slow down things. So Bloodborne, if you're still waiting, is coming, the DLC. I'm just having to go through it quite slowly, and it's taking a bit of time, so I do apologise, but it is coming. Another thing I'll just do here at the end is mention anybody who's become a member or a patron this month. So we've got Gordo Steam Gaming, Type Ghost 1410, Jack, Libor, Kish. Hi, Libor's the guy who did the picture early on. He was my first ever patron, so thank you so much. He rejoined as a member this month. And then the Trophy Fanatic was also became a member this month, very active on the Discord, so it's good to see you around. And then we've got Kirsty Gardner, who became a patron. Yeah, so thank you so much for all of those, and obviously thank you to everybody who's stuck with me as a member and a patron, donated, whatever. But I'm going to shout people out who join for the month, because it's a cool thing to do, and I really appreciate you for doing it. Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm going to leave it. So I'm going to pick up this next month and just chain them along. So let me know what you think of these videos. Should I split them into two? Should I just keep it as one kind of wrap up video, whatever I decided to call it? Anyway, let me know. Take care this month, and I'll see you on streams, etc. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.